Hey, it's Garrick. Welcome back to my channel. One of the biggest problems that most Model 3 and Model Y owners have today is that it's too dark in our cars. Well, I do have a solution for that. And the solution is an ambient LED lights with app-controlled RGB made by Add-On Designs. Let's go check this out and get it installed. As you see in a lot of my other reviews, I really do care about the packaging. It's how the brand represents itself. And as you can see here, it comes in a nice box, okay? It's not a flip box, it's actually like you gotta pull it up, so it's actually really nice. And let's see what we have here. So we got double-sided tape. We do have some electrical tape here. We got some trim removal tools, okay? And the reason why I went with the add-on design versus the other brands out in the market is that there's actually two different power sources that we can use here. So most designs use a cigarette adapter, right? So you have to flick it on and off, but the problem is I have to open up the middle console, I gotta use the app to turn everything on and off. And that becomes a little annoying. This unit has an option of using a USB cable. So this right over here, it's gonna actually benefit with the setup that I have today, where I actually have an on and off switch in the center console, and it's gonna make things a little easier. And it's also gonna give us a super clean install, and I'll show you how to do that. Looks like we have the unit here, and with all the lights. And another thing that the reason why I was interested in this is because if you have a black interior or you have a white interior, okay, we actually have two different sets of tubings here. Right? So here, this is a black tubing. You can use these with the black seats, and it's not gonna be super bright because it is tinted a little bit, but at least you'd know that anybody sitting in the back seat of your car, they're not gonna be able to recognize that you have any clear tubing, something like this. So this will actually match really well with the white seats, and these are gonna match really well with the black seats. So that's gonna be a huge plus there. And obviously we got a bunch of tubes and so forth, different sizes. So let's get to the car, let's get this installed, and I'm super excited to see how it comes out. All right, so before we start the installation process, we want to make sure that all the lights are working. The last thing we want to do is install something where it ends up that you have to pull everything out because something's wrong with the product. I'm going to go with the same process that I did with the radar detector. So you can definitely check out that video to see how I was able to snake all the wiring into the center console right over here. So let's plug it in. Let's make sure everything's working. All right, and that's flip on the switch, and as you can see here, all the lights are working, everything's good, so that's a good step there. And if you look at it behind the module, there is a QR code where you can scan to download the app so you can control the lights. So I've done that already, so let's take a look. Okay, and as you can see here, I was able to change the colors of the lights, which is pretty cool. I'm actually super excited. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna prepare the installation process by taking all the panels out, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me explain to you why I went with the add-on design. The add-on design was the only one that was available that I was able to find that actually had a USB as a power source. And most of the other brands I saw out in the market today, they had to plug directly into the cigarette socket. The problem with the cigarette socket is that I have to run the wirings in here, and I wanted a cleaner install. And I also love the fact that I have a USB hub where I can turn things on and off without having to open this console here and then flip that switch. So when we do install this, there are three things that we need to do. One is we're gonna have to take off this panel here, this panel, and this panel on both sides. Only reason why we're doing that is because we're gonna be running the wiring in here. We're gonna take out all the floor mats. We're gonna take off these panels here on both sides as well. That gives me a cleaner way to install everything, hide the excess wiring in here. There is a door right over here that opens up that we can slide and run the cables directly in there, and that will allow us to have everything in here. And then from that point, after running all the wiring to its places, we're then gonna install all the LED lights that's gonna sit in the AC, the center console, and the back of the seats. We're gonna start by removing the center console panels. So you're gonna take the pry tool and you're gonna slide underneath the panel and you're gonna pull the panel out. The panels are held by a bunch of clips, so don't be afraid to pull it out. Keep in mind, we are going to be removing panels on both sides of the car. So the next step we're going to do is going to remove the weather seal out of the door jambs. We're going to remove the small panel by pulling and lifting up slightly. And after that, we are then going to pull the panel on the side of the dashboard. The panel is held by a bunch of clips, so please take your time. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the trim removal tool to help release one of the clips that's holding the door sill down. And then after that, it's going to allow us to remove the door sill really easy, so just take your time. We're going to pull the rear vents off, which is really easy. And after we pull it off, we are then going to unclip the power supply to the USB ports. Alright, after that, we are now going to take the trim removal tool and we're going to remove the bottom panel. The panel is a little snug, so you might need to pull a little harder than you think it would. Don't worry, it's not going to break. You're going to need a trim pry tool to remove the door that holds the two USB-C ports. Just slide in the top and you can just yank the door out. As you can see here, all the moldings, all the panels are taken out. It's going to make the installation process a lot easier. Don't be alarmed with everything that you see right now. I do promise you, when you put the panels and the moldings back together, it's actually really easy. And if any of the clips do pop out, just make sure you put them in a safe spot. I detached the lights off the module, and the reason why I did that is because I need to install this directly into the center console, and I would have to run all the wiring throughout the whole car and then plug it right back into the center console with a super clean install. And right here, as you can see, there's two pigtails. We have 4 on the left hand side and then we have 5 on the right hand side. And being that we have about 9 connections here, what we're going to do is we're going to split them up. So on the left hand side, we are going to plug in 2 footwells, and on the right hand side we're going to plug in 2 footwells as well. And as you can see here, we have long cables and we have short cables, and you can tell the difference because of the length of the cables bounded together. So we're going to have one long one on the left hand side, one short one on the left hand side as well, and all these going to sit on the right hand side. I am going to start with the passenger side. So I got 3 LEDs here. I got the rear seat, I also have the front dashboard, and I have here the rear footwell. So the way to install these LEDs is I'm actually going to run them through the carpet. There's actually a split between the seat and the middle console, and you're going to slide the LEDs in there, and I'm going to be able to pull the LEDs out. As you can see here, there's actually a split between the carpet, so I'm going to be able to run an LED into the seat here. I'm going to run one to the underneath the seat, and the other LED is going to run through the carpet and all the way to the front dashboard. So not only am I going to do that for the passenger side, I'm also going to do it on the driver's side. All right, so we're going to run the LED directly between the carpet and the little split that we have here. And then we're going to go underneath the seat and grab the LED, and we're going to pull as much as we can. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to tuck them in between the 2 carpets. And we're going to then slide it through here, and so we can pull it through the other side. So there's a split here in the carpet. It's actually held by Velcro. LED light's actually right there, so I pulled the LED out. And let's give yourself a little slack because we want to make sure that we have enough where we can don't have to go back and try to get more wiring. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run the wiring directly with the factory wiring set right here. And then from that point, what we're going to do is I'm going to run it behind the carpet here. All right, so we're going to pull the light up here. We're going to let it sit here for a little bit until we do the final install. To make things easier, I'm going to label each LED. By doing so, it's going to allow me to stay a little bit more organized without having to figure out which LED is what. Just like how we ran the first LED to the front dashboard, we are now going to take the rear footwell and the rear seat LED and run it through the split carpet, and we're going to grab it and pull the LEDs out on the other side. Just give yourself a little slack because you are going to be moving the seat back and forth. The rear footwell is stuck onto the bottom of the seat using double-sided tape. All you would have to do is find a smooth surface to stick it onto. For the back of the passenger seat, you are to run the LED over the elastic that holds the vegan leather to the seat. Now it's time to tuck in the 3 LED wires we just ran. In the front passenger seat, you are to push the LED underneath the bottom of the center console. You can use the pry tool to help you push the wires through. To make it easier, you can actually pull each wire individually rather than pulling all 3. Now the fun part. We're going to run the wires directly into the center console. There are 2 holes, one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. This can be frustrating as the wires do not want to go through the hole at times. Please take your time. There is definitely more room to run more wires. I have my dash cam and my MagSafe charger running into the center console as well. Alright, for the front footwell, place the LED in the front footwell and you can run the wire behind the dashboard. After that, you again can run the wire through the bottom of the center console and run the wire through the hole like we did with all the other LEDs. We're now going to run the LED through the rear of the center console. There is a little hole on the left where you can run the wire to underneath the rear air vents. As soon as you get it through, have the LED sit until we're ready to install the light tubing. Now it's time to install the front dashboard light tube. At the corner of the dash, there's a hole underneath the black top of the dash where you can run the light tube. After you're done, you can do the passenger or the driver's side next. Now we're going to peel back the double-sided tape seal and stick the light tube inside the air vent. As you go further, keep peeling a few inches back to make sure you do a proper install. There is enough double-sided tape where if you are to make a mistake, you can reapply and start over again. Time to install the LED to the light tube. Insert the light tube into the white tube. Then you would need to insert the light tube into the LED. When that is done, you can then tighten the plastic screw to hold the light tube in place. After that is completed, you can now work on the other side of the car. Next, you're going to add the light tube into the center console. You are to slide the tube between the metal and the black trim. When you get closer to the corners, you would have to use the trim tools to lift the black trim off the metal trim. This is going to make it a lot easier to install, especially around the corners. As soon as you run the light tube to the end, make sure the light tube is placed perfectly. You would then have to make a small cut on the light tube at the end, but you're not cutting the circular part of the tube. After you make the small cut, you're going to cut off the flat part of the tube to the area where you made the small cut. After you cut off the flat part of the light tube, you are to insert the tube between the rear console and the armrest. The tube will come out next to the rear air vent. You then have to tuck the tube between the air vent and the center console to have the tube come out underneath the air vent. You then can attach the LED and tuck it under the air vent and reinstall the air vent after you're done. Now that was a tongue twister. Time to install the light tube into the rear of the front seats. You are to pull off the double-sided tape seal and slide the flat part of the tube between the rear seat and the seat cover while leaving the circular light tube exposed. Be sure to pull the seal a few inches at a time and use your fingers to apply pressure on the double-sided tape against the seat cover. As you reach to the top of the seat, you do not apply double-sided tape on the top corners. When this is completed, you are then to snip off the flat part of the tube and do not cut off the circular tube. You are then to insert the tube into the LED, tighten the screw, and squeeze and hide the LED between the seat and the seat cover. After this is done, do the same steps to the next seat. Now that all the lights have been installed, it's time to reinstall all the moldings back into place. These are really easy to install. Just make sure that all the wires are tucked and hidden. Finally, time to add the middle console side kick panel. This is very easy. Just be sure to slide the clips into the hole and everything should be in place when you hear all the clips snapping into place. Now that all the trims and moldings are put back in place, it's time to get organized. I'm using twisty ties to tie these cables together, 4 for the passenger side and 5 for the driver's side. Staying organized makes this process so much easier. You can now tuck the cables into the center console. The wires have to be on the bottom, and be sure to spread the cables instead of all being lumped together. When closing the USB-C panel, it would not close all the way because of the cables on the bottom. So that's why you want to spread it out. But it'll be fine since it's clipped really well at the top. Now it's time to connect all the wires to the module. Do not shove the connectors together. There is a groove on the module connector that would need to slide into the light connector. The last thing you want to do is to ruin the module, so please take your time. I used a Sabrent USB hub that I got from Amazon and the HaloBlk cargo tray organizer that had the perfect cutout for the USB hub. I have the Amazon link in the description and the website with the discount code for the HaloBlk cargo tray organizer if you're interested. I used Velcro to help secure the USB hub. Now, under the cargo tray, there's still room for you to store other personal items if needed. I really like how this USB hub and cargo tray looks together and how it worked out perfectly. What do you think? Overall, the add-on design is a great set. Installation is very easy, and the customer service has been great when I had questions. It gives you two options for power sources, a USB and a power socket. The best thing about the set is the price. This set of LED lights is one of the cheapest I've found on Amazon. If you're interested in getting a set for yourself, I have a link in the description. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please don't forget to click on like and subscribe. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comments. Now, without any further delay, check out the final results. Let me know what you think. Catch you all on the road.